Good morning, everybody. Welcome
Ye-
back. It's been a while. It's been a while, and I don't know if the pain is more was the for Chris here because the last time we did this show, both teams were on 5 game losing streaks, and we were kind of raising the flags, maybe a little overreaction. But one team slipped into into only a realm that the Mets could slip in. Chris, how we feeling right now? How we feeling?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, you could call it an overreaction. Some I could see some calling it that. Others can call it a 12-game losing streak and an absolute fall into the pit of baseball. I don't know. They follow up with a massive 2-game winning streak. Now we're back on a 1-game losing streak. They hit it to 500 double plays against that Rockies. Lost that game. I don't know how to feel right now. I know it's bad, but I'm trying to show some optimism. I'm gonna give some Met fans some reasons to be happy moving forward.
Reasons to be happy. Well, let's not dive into that just yet, because that's crazy. That's crazy. There's no reasons to be happy. But if you want to get into it, we'll save that for later. But I do want to get into something positive on both fronts before we really jump into the Mets Yankee stuff. We got the Jets NFL draft. And Chris, unfortunately, was not able to join our live watch party last Thursday night for the first round. So I want to hear how we feeling. How we feeling on the Jets? What we got? Um, uh, Personally, I thought they had a great outing, but you didn't get a chance to speak upon it. So go ahead, take the floor.
The Jets reclaim their throne as the off-season champions. When I say that the Mets have reasons to be optimistic, most Met fans are Jet fans. Here's the optimism. Darren Muji is awesome. He is great. He is the he keeps the off-season championship flying high. What he did in the draft was great. That first round was immaculate. I know the Klubnik pick. There's a lot of people shitting on him. I like the pick. He's a 4-year starter. They always talk about college, right? When the college quarterbacks are coming out, what's the main thing? Does he have enough games? Does he have enough games? You can't draft that guy. 12-game start. Dante Moore, go back to college. 12-game start. You can't get drafted. Klubnik's a 4-year starter. Plenty of games. He's a certified winner. He came into this season as I think the second ranked quarterback. I think Drew Alar was first. So not a good point there, but he was always regarded as a good quarterback. He had a bad year this year. He started with an injury, tough coming back from that. He always struggled throughout the whole season. Clemson had a bad year. I like the pick. And look, if he plays this year, the season's a disaster anyway, right? So if he plays,
Yeah, yeah,
you don't
exactly.
want that. It's not good. Now, Bailey, awesome. Sadiq, awesome. Getting Cooper, trading back into the first without losing any capital for next year. Because remember, next year,
Yes.
3 first-round picks.
Yeah. I,
They got theirs. They got the Colts. They got the better of the Cowboys and I think the Steelers or the Chiefs. One of those.
no, I think it's the Cowboys.
No, I know, but they get the better of because the Cowboys I think have 2 picks, so they either get the
Oh,
Cowboys
I gotcha.
or the other one, whichever is the better one. They get getting Pons, which is Aaron Glenn. So
Yeah, that
that's
was
a great.
great. That
Now
was
the
really
other
cool.
guys, I don't not gonna pretend to know them. I don't know Jackson.
Yeah.
I don't know VJ Payne. I don't know Cooper. I could say about Payne is that he has a great chance to play a lot on this team because they do not have strong safeties. They got Fitzpatrick. They signed the other guy from the Giants. They got Malachi Moore. They brought back Cisco. So VJ Payne could be in the mix to play a lot. I read he's great in man to man. He struggles in zone. So a lot of these third downs, third and longs, he's probably going to play a lot in those.
Yeah. And the one thing that I love that the Jets really did was everything speed, man. Like Sadiq being what 6'5", 6'6", running a
Hmm.
2.35 or something absolute
Yep.
absolutely insane. I can't the Jets have a chance to actually be competitive. They had in my opinion, they had a great free agency, and now they just
Hmm.
tied it up with a very solid draft. And what's the quarterback's name? What
Cade Klubnik.
Klubnik? Wasn't he almost projected as a number one last year?
Coming
Right,
into this season,
right.
he was the top or the second guy. I know Alar was up there, um, and Mendoza wasn't even on that list. Mendoza, Moore, these guys that ended up being the 1-2.
Yeah.
Klubnik was ahead of them coming into the season.
Well, so then it probably makes the game plan pretty simple. see what he looks like for real in an
Mm-hmm.
NFL system. And
Mm-hmm.
again, you have 3 first-round picks next year coming into a much better QB class. So you either feel you found the guy to replace Geno, or you just go get the other guy, and this guy is still a solid backup. So I
Yeah,
really don't see
exactly.
anything wrong with it going after him. Again, I'm not going to act like I watch enough college football to really be like, oh no, he's going to be a beast. I have no idea. But
Right.
again, I can understand the decision. This is one of those ones where every decision that they made, you absolutely like. There was really no way to nitpick it. I know a lot of people at first when they took Bailey over Reese, everyone was kind of like, oh my god, like what are we doing? It's a bad pick. But I think what they want in Bailey is they just want a pure edge rusher. They don't
Right.
like that. That's what they want, and you got that in Bailey. And I think pairing him up with McDonald on the edge, on top of the guys we got in free agency in the middle. I mean, this defense might we might be competitive, and that's all I want. I'm not saying we're going to the playoffs. I'm not saying we're a Super Bowl team. I mean, you
Right.
got the Geno story, the 10-year coming back. Could it be a Cinderella storybook ending for Geno coming back to the Jets? It's not like he's a bad quarterback. He's proven very well last year with the Raiders. The Raiders' offensive line was absolute dog shit. But now he has weapons. He has got Garrett Wilson. You got Sadiq coming in. And I think he's going to be, this is one of the things where I question with the Jets because, okay, we have talent now. Okay, there's talent. Are these guys going to be all-stars, whatever? But Sadiq should be one of those guys that, like, he's an instant impact on your team, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Create big matchup
Yeah.
disaster.
Yeah, so you can come in now because you still have Mason Taylor,
Yep.
which is he can also catch and block, and that's the other thing that's great about Sadiq is he can catch and block. So now when you go out in a 2 tight end set, the defense has to pretty much guess what you're doing. Like, do they put a linebacker out there to try to stop the run, or you have to put a nickel out there to stop these fucking 2 tight ends? Good luck. The good luck.
Right.
I don't know,
It's
man.
the old Patriot strategy. Remember with
Yeah.
Hernandez and Gronk, it was impossible. And the
Yeah.
plan was simple. Don't overthink it. Surround Geno with as much talent as possible. Like you said, now you got Wilson, Cooper, Mitchell, you got Mechie, Sadiq, Taylor. I think they're going to re-sign Hall before the first week. I really think that's the new priority. They're going to go after that. They signed a bunch of guys, and they brought in Sheffield, whatever, from Rutgers. They brought him in from undrafted free agent. Just bring in load of talent and make
Yeah.
the offensive coordinator work to fit these guys in. I hate the old strategy of, we don't have a tight end, so we need to get a tight end. Oh, we need a wide receiver too here. Even though the tight end is on the board and he's better, he's more talented, we need a wide receiver too, so we're going to draft a guy here. No,
Yeah.
get the talent like the Lions do. Draft all the talent, figure out how to use them. That's how you play in the modern football system.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that bleeding in with Aaron Glenn, obviously coming from Detroit coaching staff. So, but regardless, I'm still not sold on Glenn. I want to see,
Yeah.
he has a lot of work to do as a head coach, in my
Yes.
opinion. But Muji, the Moogs, I think we finally found our GM. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing bad I can, unless literally every free agent signing and every draft pick he makes is a complete bust. I mean, you can't, on paper, there's really nothing you can say where he's basically almost flipped and turned this entire roster around in one season.
And all he has to do is if every single pick in this draft flops, right? He goes into next draft and he gets the quarterback right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You're right. It absolutely won't matter. But all right, let's it's the 4-7. This isn't square up. Let's get into the into some Yankee baseball.
Thanks for letting me have a little positive moment.
Yeah, I wanted you to have a little
before
bit.
you shut me down here.
So, Yankees 8-game winning streak. Let's go. 9-1 in their last 10 games. They're pretty much just been, almost basically flawless baseball. I mean, they're scoring, they're averaging 6.5 runs a game, and they're only allowing 3.1 runs. Their pitching has been unbelievable. And again, we don't even have Cole and Rodon back. I'll get into that in a second. But we swept the Royals. We swept the Red Sox. And then they fucking fired everybody. You love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Took 2 out of 3 from the Angels, which was kind of like I don't know, man. That series was all over the place. We could have easily been swept that series, but somehow we came out with 2-3, and now we are beating the living shit out of Houston. So the Yankees sweeping the Red Sox and possibly sweeping the Houston Astros. I mean, I can't, and the Mets just in complete collapse. It's a beautiful day to be a Yankee fan right now. Absolute beautiful day.
From the ashes, a phoenix rises.
Yeah. You've been saying that for 20 years. But it's hard to really come out with the Yankees right now in any kind of bad way. I think Aaron Boone, I just don't love Aaron Boone, man. I wish we would move on. I would love to but
fire him after an 8-game winning streak.
No, it's not going to be like that. Obviously, yeah, you can't fire a guy if there. But I really do wish this team would go in a different direction. But I'm not going to sit here and rank on Boone. One of the big injury notes, though, is Stanton is possibly headed to the IL. They were talking about yesterday, mentioning that it seems like his calf is a little bit worse.
That's a good point by Kurt in the chat. He just
Hold
said,
on, let me see. What do we got here?
It's a great point.
Optimistic and the Jets and Sunday. You know what? Fine. Let me just continue. Stan probably going to go on the IL, whether it's a 10 or 15, whatever they're going to do. But he had some calf tightness, came off the field, and it seems like it's a little bit more serious than they thought. Which I've been saying it since day one we started doing this. Jason Dominguez better be that first guy that you call up, 100%. He needs to be on this roster now. Your permanent DH or rotational guy in the outfield, where he's playing every day until Stanton is back. There is no excuse now if Stanton is actually hitting the IL, which I'm sure we'll hear about either today or tomorrow. Officially, Jason Dominguez has to come out. He's slashing. I think he's still hitting like 325 in AAA. Switch hitter. I mean, this kid needs a chance now. Again, he can't field. That's his biggest knock is he's Juan Soto in the outfield. So I mean, maybe
Soto's a great fielder. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's see. A bunch of guys that I was shitting on about a week ago. McMahon's finally starting to hit, which is crazy. I mean, there was at one point I think he was batting like 105. He's starting to come. He had a 2-hit game. He also had a walk-off in one of the games a couple games ago. It's like, okay, so nice. This guy may be turning it around. I think Rosario has been amazing for this team. I hope he stays being an everyday player. And now McMahon is really becoming that solid utility guy to roll around in the infield. Jazz is coming back on. I guess it's warm enough for him. He's not as cold anymore, so he had 2 home runs turning around. It's still the worst. Still the worst eye in baseball. I mean, there is no way this guy has any idea what the strike zone is. His ABS challenges are horrific. I mean, continues to challenge pitches right down the fucking middle and just waste. Like, I could get it if they're off the corner or whatnot, but they're always right down the middle, just throwing challenges away. And here goes Gert. JD isn't coming again.
So you're saying he swings at junk and he has a horrible eye?
Pretty much. I'm not a big fan of Jazz.
Is he a free agent soon? Because the Mets are going to throw a bag at him.
Oh, absolutely.
They love that.
This is his. He's on his last year. This is his final year with the Yankees, unless they re-sign him. I mean, he has so much potential on the base path. He's great. He can be an incredible hitter too at times, but his biggest thing is he's kind of just a head case. You don't know what version of him you're gonna get day in and day out because he's just all over the place. Suddenly you got guys running out easy routine ground balls to second because he's just, I don't know, taking his time, has a song playing in his head. I have no idea what he's doing. He's just chilling out there. He's just like, no big deal. But I think Rosario has definitely earned a spot on this team. He's got a good glove and he's good on the bases and it's just the energy and he's hitting. And now even Caballero has come around too and has been, I think he's slashing like 280. He's another guy that was, I think, batting 140 or something at one point. So he's been on a tear. So I'm going to assume Volpe is not going to be coming up now. All of a sudden, with all of these guys hitting, they'll probably take their time with him until someone finally goes back into the nosedives into a slump. Volpe is not feeling that right. There is no way you just lost Stanton, possibly lost Stanton, and you're going to bring up Volpe to fill that spot. To do what? What is Volpe going to do? So that what? We're going to have McMahon as our DH or something? Or no. Don't put that negative shit
They love doing that
in the atmosphere. Yeah, no, I can't. And then, Judge is doing all right. I mean, the big thing is he's got 9 home runs. He's still doing Aaron Judge things, but he's not hitting for average. He's had some pretty weak at bats at times. He looks a little off, but he is connect when he connects. He's putting runs on the board, and with this pitching, a 2-run home run pretty much wins you the game right now because the pitching has just been lights out, nonstop shutouts. Bullpen has bounce back out, although Bird I think is gonna be gone soon, shot down. But
you could have Devin Williams back.
Oh yeah. Does it come with a bag of chips? And then one of the best things though, when I haven't even talked about, is put JD a second. Ben Rice, man. Ben Rice is pretty much one of the best hitters in all of baseball right now. He's batting .316, 9 home runs, 20 ribbies. I mean, this is where I go back to where I get a little annoyed with Boone. There are just times where he keeps treating Ben Rice as if he's not the best player on the team at this current point in time. There was he gave him 2 days off or something. It was just because there's a lefty pitch. It's stop. He's an everyday player. I get it. We have Goldsmith. If you want to make Goldsmith the DH or whatever, stuff like that, but you can't continue to treat these younger guys as with kid gloves. I mean, Ben Rice is potentially the next Aaron Judge of this team. Volpe is not taking stat. You know what? You better be calling in soon, Kurt. We're gonna have you on there. And then let me get to. I want to say, if I'm remembering this correctly, Colin Rodon. I think Rodon should be up in the next 2-3 weeks. Basically,
I saw mid to late May.
Yeah, Rodon's gonna be here first. He's on track a little bit, and Cole is right behind. So basically, we will have both pitchers back by mid to end of next May, which is ridiculous. Because now you're gonna basically have. I'm very curious to see what the Yankees do. Do they go to a 4-man rotation or do they go to a 5-man rotation? I think the bullpen needs a little bit more help, so I'm kind of leaning.
You mean 5 or 6?
No, just stick with a 4-man rotation.
4-man rotation?
Yeah.
This guy's gonna be dead by the playoffs.
No, yeah, I guess for now, yeah, go to 5. So it's gonna be interesting to see who goes into the pen, whether it's Weathers or Warren. Or maybe just Gill. I don't know. Gill is kind of the one that still has to prove himself. Weathers and Warren have been unbelievable as of late, and it's ridiculous. The team overall, I believe the team's ERA is 3.11 ERA combined. Insane. The biggest issue with this team is hitting. As a team they're still batting .229 collectively. So, they are hitting home runs, and some of these guys at the bottom of the lineup are finally coming around. So, yeah, hard to shit on anything with the Yankees right now. 9-1 in the last 10 games, 8-game winning streak. I think they didn't hit an 8-game winning streak last year till September. So that just shows you how far ahead this team is from last year and starting to gel. Have a pretty commanding lead, I believe, in first place. I believe they're about 3 games up. You also got another great thing, even though we haven't played them, the Blue Jays are in also disarray, which kind of was not expecting, especially since they just made it to the World Series. But it doesn't even look like they're going to be making the playoffs this year unless they have an absolute crazy turnaround, because it is baseball, Susan. So unless they have a crazy turnaround and someone just falls off a cliff.
Incoming.
Yeah, I mean and they did do that last year. They had an incredible 2-month run where they were just that's how they got in. So, but
There's so much talent on that team too. It's like
yeah, and again the system is loaded. I mean, we still have you got Dominguez sitting there. You got Volpe, who's still a question mark. Lagrange, the right-handed pitcher that should probably hit the pen at some point. And then you got Lombard Jr., who probably won't be on the team this year, but he's going to end up being your starting shortstop one point or another, probably next year. Maybe a 6-man rotation. You guys are nuts, man. I want to win games.
Of course.
Our bullpen sucks. Our bullpen is not that good. We need to be trying.
That's why you got to do a 6-man rotation.
No. Five at most. Five at most. But all right, that does it for the Yankees recap. Hard to be negative.
See you next week.
Yeah, next week I'll be fire and brimstone because I'm sure Boone's gonna be like,
we don't have to.
I'm gonna bench Ben Rice 2 more games. Because that's what was frustrating with that. It was like we need offense. Everyone's struggling right now, and we're benching the best player in baseball. Jason Dominguez at the time I think was batting like 425 in AAA or something ridiculous. It's like, what are we doing? But everyone's kind of bounced back, and again, the icing on the cake, sweep the Red Sox, and then they fire everybody, and Boston is in complete disarray. It's absolutely fantastic. But all right, let's move on to the Mets land. Chris, take it away. What we got? You
take the train over to the 7 because things are cooking over here.
Yeah,
things Devin are looking Williams, good. 2 out of the last 3.
Tried to warn you. We tried to warn you.
Yeah, this guy is. Oh my God. Now I've been through the ringer with Mets closers. Right, you guys don't know. You guys have had steady closing for like 20 straight years or you didn't have to worry about anything. It came to the 9th, game was over.
Yes, sir.
I, on the other hand, have witnessed tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. Had a little stability with Diaz, and now right back to tragedy. This is horrible. He's just an automatic blown save. The guy he's 1-1, 10.29 ERA. And this is what's even crazier. Forget about the ERA. Almost a 3 whip. How? How are you putting 3 guys on base every appearance? He is a disaster. Weaver is okay. He had 2 bad starts. His ERA skyrocketed because he had, as a reliever, you give 2 bad outings, 1 inning, 4 earned. You only get, it's hard to get that back down. This guy sucks. He is just Mel Rojas, Armando Benitez. He's that level bad. K-Rod. Those guys aren't nearly as bad as him. He might be the worst pitcher in baseball. I don't know why they're not thinking about changing his role. I guess because they don't have anyone else. Maybe try Brazelbaum.
Honestly,
he's been good.
I would just put Weaver in the closing spot. Weaver excels there.
Yeah.
It was the same thing with the Yankees. It was the same thing with the Yankees last year. Weaver in the setup role was not as good. Devin Williams was complete dog shit, so they ended up switching them. Weaver came back on. But so I think you have something with Weaver. I think Weaver can definitely try to patch things up for you guys and help you. Williams, I think, is washed. I mean, there's no way 2 seasons back-to-back of this. He's just not fooling anybody. He's not fooling anybody.
He's got no control. Yeah. The changeup doesn't move at all. Every time. The other day, they were up a 3.
That was his... he ain't bending shit right now.
Ain't doing shit. He's changed the velocity going out is bending the air. He almost blew the other one. They were up 3. He came in, he gave up 1. He got another guy on. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, he's gonna blow this fucking in too. This guy is just unusable. You can't. He's one of those guys you have to use when it's like a mop-up role at this point. Try to get his count or send him down. He's terrible. You have Minter coming back. That's a positive. Brazelbaum's been good. That's a positive. Tobias Myers has been great. That's a positive. What are you giggling at?
Kurt in chat. I'd rather hear you guys talk about Trevor Bauer signing.
I'd rather talk about Trevor Bauer on the Ducks.
Oh my God!
Bring in Trevor Bauer. Let him be the closer. Enough about Devin Williams. Go to the 12-game loser streak.
Oh yeah, Kristen's right. You think they pull the power play? They bring out Grimace to try to turn something around. That's the real.
We got to do something. They brought back Huck Tua girl. because when she came out, the Mets went on that big run 2 years ago. So Carton had her
I
back on. That
hold on a
didn't work.
second. I thought she was back in jail. I thought she was in jail for like a huge fucking Ponzi
No, people
scheme.
don't go to jail for fraud. That's insane.
Yeah, right. Like, didn't she steal millions of dollars creating some
It
cryptocurrency
doesn't
bullshit?
matter.
Why does no rules apply to anybody? God
Nothing. It doesn't
damn
apply to
it.
anyone anymore. Fraud is out the window. You want to get money?
Seriously.
Fraud.
Like,
So they
it's
brought her back.
barely an inconvenience.
Lost. Here's the positives. All right. You had the 12-game losing streak. You're 9 games under 500. Yeah, the Braves went on a run. Yes, it's looks horrible, but there's a positive. You got a doubleheader today against the Rockies. You got to win both. McLean the first game against Quintana. Quintana is horrific. You got to win that game because you got Senga the second game. He's just an absolute disaster now, too. He throws that fork ball. He has no control of it, walks 9 guys a game, and then gives up a home run. He's been terrible. They took Peterson out of the rotation to keep Senga in. They brought up Christian Scott, who I was preaching about. I love this kid. He came in. He pitched 1 in the third, 5 walks. He only gave up 1 run, so that wasn't a huge disaster. They sent him back down. They brought up another reliever, another bum. So I don't know if they're going to bring Scott back up. They don't have Peterson slated for another start. Maybe they're going to do like what they did last year with Manaea. They're going to give Senga 3 innings and then Peterson 3 innings and then let Williams blow it in the 9th. I don't know, but you have an easy stretch where you gotta go 9-2 in the next couple games. You gotta get to 500. You got the Rockies, you got Washington, you got Angels, and you got Colorado again. So these are games you have to win. I think it was at 12. I said 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So 11 games. You gotta go 9-2.
Speaking of 12, how long was that losing streak?
It was 12. Yeah, it was
It happened to be 12.
I've always said.
Losing.
I said, if you're going to go on a streak, go on a streak. Don't give me this 3, 4, 5, 12. That's impressive.
Wander's kind of calling you out, man, and I got to agree. You know,
the Braves, they hell of a run, but the Phillies just ended their losing streak. They beat the Braves. The Braves are frauds. They're not going anywhere.
Shit.
The Mets are coming back. They're climbing out of the cellar. I still got them winning the division. You look at FanDuel.
Hold on, are you fucking serious?
They got
what? You're not
they got the Braves. Right, the Braves minus 220, the Mets plus 450. Buy the stock now. The Mets are on the upwards turn. Things are changing. Soto's back. 2-1 with Soto back. Yeah, Lindor's hurt. He's out for a month, probably 2. But Mauricio is going to bring this team back. Just don't hit a ground ball to that side of the field because Mauricio and Bichette, very shaky. Very, very shaky. Polanco's coming back. He's going to hit some dingers. Bichette is turning things around. I think he hit close to 300 in April, which is exactly why you give a guy $60 million a year. You want close to 300. You want a bunch of errors. You want a bunch of strikeouts. That's what we got. Now Mauricio is going to give you that. I'm excited. Things are turning around. McLean's great. Peralta, he can't get out of the 6th inning. He wants ace money. He's 1-3, 1-4. He hasn't been that good. Doesn't matter. None of that matters because you got to believe. Right? You got to believe.
You're getting called out right now. They want to see the bet slip. You're going to have to post that up on socials. You can't just be talking all this stuff.
It's $5. It's $5 to win $24.
We have to pump.
I'm not talking about life-changing money here.
Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers up.
It's not going to get the mortgage, but you can go to Dollar General, get a couple bags of chips, some sodas in 3 months when they win the division.
There's no way. You cannot be serious. There's no way that the Mets are winning this division. That's like saying the Jets are going to win the division because they had a good draft.
They're going to win the division too.
You know
what's going on with the Patriots? Their coach is banging everything first of all, diabolical. Did you see that interview with Rossini where she's interviewing Vrabel and she's talking to Vrabel about Vrabel's wife? No. She's complimenting Vrabel's wife at the same time when they were banging. Insane.
That's some diabolical shit.
They're cheaters. They're going down. All right.
Yeah, Vrabel didn't realize what kind of cheating it takes to win for the Patriots. He went in the wrong direction.
He went overboard. He went way too much.
He's like, we're supposed to cheat over here, right? I got this down.
So buy the ETS stock. ETS stock is going up. Nets are going to get the number 1 pick. They're going to be in the playoffs next year. The Jets are going to be in the playoffs next year. The Mets are going to make the playoffs this year. That's true too. Just If you know anything
Yeah,
about
fade this
my
man.
betting history,
Fade this man right now. The Subway parlay is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun when we get to this. All right. If anyone's watching live and wants to join the Discord to pop on the show real quick and voice their opinions, by all means, join up now. We'll open that up. If we got
but in all
anybody,
seriousness, the next 11 games, if they don't go 9-2, 8-3 at the worst,
come talk some
they're
shit.
dead. They're completely dead. The Mets. They have to end this streak, win against these bad teams, get back to around 500, make it a little respectable. Otherwise, they're dead. So
Yeah,
by this time next week, we'll know.
yeah. It's
And the Braves are great.
has any team
they
in
look great.
history, right? What isn't we're like
No.
going up against historic
12 game
shit,
losing
right?
streak. Nope.
Yeah, it's never.
You know who did make the playoffs when the Mets went on a 12 game losing streak? The last time that happened? J-E-T-S.
Yes,
Jets.
that's right. Yes. The last time the Mets won on a 12-game losing streak, we were in the playoffs.
Yep.
So, maybe this is how Mets Jet fans get their balance. Both teams have to be absolute dog shit in the blender for one of them to finally rise up to some form of mediocrity to then be plummeted again. But yeah, the Jets are definitely exciting. And then, how about them Knicks, baby? Series is tied up. I mean, little shouldn't be tied up, honestly. We should be up 3-1, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Series tied up, coming back to New York. Let's go Knicks. Little basketball there. We better not lose to the fucking Hawks, man. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
New villain CJ McCollum. Although he's not filling the villain role. Did you see the interview after the game where like they were booing him and they were like, "Oh, you're the villain"? He's like, "Yeah, we just gotta watch some tape and hopefully get better."
Yeah.
It's like be the villain. Like Trae Young was the villain. Don't be boring. Be Reggie Miller. Talk shit.
But
Mets are on a 12-game loser streak. I'm talking shit.
While we wait to see if anyone wants to call in and absolutely fade your ass to non-existence, or even me, because I am, as Kurt pointed out, I'm more optimistic about the Jets draft than the New York Yankees, and the Yankees aren't a 9-1.
I'm more optimistic about the Mets than you are about the Yankees.
It's because I've seen this shit it's the same. When you keep seeing the same movie over and over again, you kind of just get bored of it. So like, I'm just seeing the same. The only thing that's different, though, the only thing that will absolutely, I think, completely changes this team from teams of past is our pitching rotation is absolute nonsense. I'm sorry. It just and when we get to the playoffs and we do go to a 4-man rotation, good luck with Cole, Fried, Schittler, and Rodon.
Right.
And then you're gonna put all these other dudes in the pen, so they're all available. Like you're gonna have Warren, Weathers, Gill. Hopefully Legrand is up by that time. Like this team, pitching wise, it could be very scary, and that's kind of what they need because the Yankees, as their batting average shows, they don't really hit for average. They are not. As much as we always like to see them be a little bit more finesse, and they do have a lot more speed this year than they have had in years past. It's their bats fall asleep in the playoffs, but now when you have
specifically Judge.
Yes, although not last year. Last year it was everybody else, but in years past, yeah. So it's like the bats fall asleep, and we just didn't have enough pitching last year because we just basically had Fried. And Schittler came on late. He came, they finally gave him the chance late in the season. So, this year, if everyone stays healthy for the most part, if we can go in with the rotation and no one gets re-injured, I cannot see how the Yankees are not a top pick to take it. That rotation is just too nasty. And that's what it comes down to. The pitching's always going to win. Pitching's always, just like defense wins championships in football, same thing. Pitching is going to win you those World Series rings.
Yeah, and the Mets have good top-end pitching. They got to turn it around in all seriousness. I mean, they haven't even played the good teams yet. They haven't played, you're going to start getting into games with the Braves, with the Phillies, and you got to be near that. You can't be 10 games behind the Braves going into that series. You got to win against these bad teams. because you're gonna play the good teams. And the starting pitching has been good. The hitting's been terrible. So what is it gonna flip now? You're gonna start hitting the ball now. Your starting pitching is gonna go through that slump. These next 11 games are these next 11, 12 games, very, very important. You got to come away with 8 or 9 wins here. It starts today with the doubleheader. You can't lose to the Rockies at home.
Yep.
You can't even lose to the Rockies on the road. You got to beat them. You can't lose to the Nationals at home. They got to win the next 5, get the ball rolling, start getting some wins under your belt, start feeling good. Now you get Soto back, you lose Lindor. It's just, I don't know. We'll know more by next week. I'll know if I'm gonna bury him, dead and buried, or if I'm gonna be really optimistic. I'm just feeling good because it's the NFL draft. We got the picks. It's looking good. But the Mets, they just, I don't know. Today we'll know. The doubleheader today, I'm telling you, I'll know today. If they split, I'm not gonna be happy. You got to win both. Go in there, win both games. Senga, get your head out of your ass, throw the ball over the plate, strike some guys out, go past 2 innings for once.
I just dropped the call-in link in the chat if anyone wants, but we're gonna move on to the.
I would love. Shout out Wander. I would love Cologne to come back. That was the best.
God.
If you haven't seen, go to YouTube and look up the Bartolo Colon home run call from when he hits the home run. Gary Cohn calling it. Phenomenal. It's so good.
All right, so let's hop over to DraftKings. Let's start building the Subway parlay. Let's see. What do we got for the Yankees today? Let's get in there. Subway parlay brought to you by DraftKings. Not officially. We're not officially affiliated with them yet. Working on it. So we got Lewis Gill versus we got Lewis Gill facing, oh my God, what is this guy's name? Spencer Arrighetti, if that is your real last name.
Nice try.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Arrighetti, hey. All right, so I'm gonna take I'm just gonna take the Yankees run line. Let's see, can I build one? Yeah, let's take the Yankees run line. Pull it up on the screen real quick. Actually, let me see if I can get that going. Okay, so Chris is actually winning this, by the way. We've only done this twice. We've only done this twice, but Chris actually has I forget what it was.
I got my parlay ready for plus 635.
All right, well, give me yours so I can put it in while I'm still
all
looking.
Right.
What do you got?
Ronnie Mauricio to record a hit. Nolan, you want rapid fire, or you need?
No, you need to give me the actual whole thing. What is it? Just one hit?
Okay, Ronnie Mauricio to record a hit. Nolan McLean over 7.5 strikeouts. Okay, and Juan Soto to record an RBI. This is on the 140 game.
Okay. So one hit. Ronnie, one hit. What's the next one?
McLean over 7.5 strikeouts. Which means that's going to be 7.
Plus 7.5 strikeouts.
And Soto to record an RBI.
So plus 1 RBI.
So Katana is terrible. They have to win this 140 game. They have to. You got your best pitcher, McLean. You got the Rockies. Katana's 0-for-3 with like a 6 ERA. Got to win this game. Absolute must win. I know it's early in the season, but enough of that. Enough of the early. All right, you're 10 games behind the division. 9 games, 10 games in the win category.
Second, why did it just disappear?
Also, what's great though is that I think me and Wanda could both agree on this, is that the Phillies were also a trash organization, and even though they just beat the Braves, but we could bond there that the Phillies suck. We can both be happy about that.
What is happening? Yeah.
They don't want to see me shine. They won't let you put the parlay in because they know I'm going to hit.
There we go. Okay, I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? All right, so I got the Yankees under. One it's 1.5.
McLean is with an E.
Shut up. What do I have?
You put LANE, it's LEAN. So you got the E in the wrong spot. Put the E in front of the A.
Doesn't matter. He's a Met. Um, let's see. Spaghetti. I think Judge is gonna hit a home run. Let's see. So I'll take Judge with a +1 home run. And one more. Let's see what we got here. Something crazy. Something stupid like
Are they
stolen
playing on the
bases.
Astros? You got
Yeah.
them -1.5.
Mm-hmm.
How about a little? I won't tell you
And
what to do, but if I were to tell you what to do,
I'm gonna take a Jose. Oh no, that's not. No, why?
Jazz Chisholm to record a hit -165.
All right, we'll put that on there. What? God damn it, man!
Yankees -1.5.
Are you looking at a
What's the
different
third one?
thing? Because I'm on.
I
Yeah, you're
I have it on
definitely.
a different one.
Yeah. Okay, so we got +1 homer and +1 hit. Jazz.
Oh, you got Soto homer.
No.
I mean
No,
not Soto.
you said RBI. I got Judge home run, Yankee run
Judge home
line,
run. Sorry.
and
All right,
Jazz
so that
+1.
parlay together, if you put all six legs plus 5,218, a $5 bet gets you $260.90. AJ's parlay, Jazz Chisholm to record a hit, Yankees -1.5, Aaron Judge to hit a home run, +623. My parlay, Ronnie Mauricio to hit, McLean over 7.5 strikeouts, Juan Soto to record an RBI, that's +635. So both of those essentially will get you about, let's see.
Yeah, so we actually haven't hit on anything yet.
Very close though.
Very close. Yeah, I think the last time I did this, I hit on 1 out of the 3 legs, and you hit at a 2 out of the 3. And I was like, damn, if only I had done it the next day, we would have been good stuff.
Remember,
So
you
right
only
now,
got to hit one because if you do a $5 bet, right, every week, the winning is 260. So that covers basically the rest of the year. So you just got to hit one. Just got to hit one.
Right now, Fake Chris is taking me right now. He's taking me. It's just all up. So this is all
Yes, get rid of
now.
the Phillies. Bring back the Expos.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that on the bottom now. Now we got it lit up. All right. So again, one last recap: Yankees money line -1.5. Judge +1 home run. Jazz +1 hits. Ronnie +1 hit. McLean +7.5 strikeouts, and Soto +1 RBI. And what does that get you? $5 get you
260.
Hell
if you do all 6. Or are you doing like each one will get you, if you just do the one, it'll be 5 to win about 30.
No, it's the
And
Subway
you
parlay.
put it
You gotta
all
do
6
all. You
together,
gotta do all 6.
it's
You gotta
5
do
to
all
263.
I'm gonna have to finally set up this DraftKings account so I can actually start doing these bets. Chris, just do it for me. Just make it $10. I'll send you $5. But $10 on all that, and I'll send you half. No one's calling
That'll be
in.
526.81.
I guess Kurt and Matt from Long Island are a little shy today. Feeling a little shy today. It's okay. That's all right. You know, not everyone wants to come on live.
It's intimidating.
That's very intimidating. But all right, everybody. I guess that about does it for today. some interesting stuff. Just get into some regular stuff. So the 4-7 podcast, this is going to be changing to Sundays at 9 a.m. going forward. Abby's softball schedule came out, and pretty much all the games are 9 a.m. between 9 and 11 a.m. every Saturday. So just not going to be able to do it. So we're moving this show to Sundays. We'll probably fill in more of the supplemental kaiju stuff now on Saturdays in the afternoon. Tonight, Leslie and I are having a discussion. Oh, I think someone just joined the Discord. Hold on a second. Oh, I think Kurt's in here. If he can figure out how to talk. If he can figure out.
What kind of shit are you talking?
Oh, there he is. Hold on. This guy. What's up? Kurt from Long Island.
Yo,
Holy
what's up, boys?
shit.
How you doing?
This guy.
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, thank you.
So, I don't know what AJ's talking about. Wait,
What do you mean?
JD's probably not the guy coming up, but Volpe's coming up. He's going to be the starting shortstop.
You're out of your mind. Why?
I'm sorry, but you know that's the way the Yankees are going to do it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's what they're going to do.
But this is the exact shit that I'm talking about where, like, this is why I don't like the management of the Yankees. It's absolute nonsense.
It's not nonsense in the sense that if you bring up JD, you get no roster flexibility. Right. Because you have, at that point, 5 outfielders on the roster? They're not going to bring up JD with Grichuk still on the roster. And they're not going to cut Grichuk just yet. So it's too early in the season to make that kind of a change because Grichuk, obviously, he's been a vet. He's been around for a long time. He's out of options. So you have to DFA him. Somebody else is going to pick him up. They're not going to be able to get him back. In which case, you're stuck with JD on the big league roster for the rest of the year, basically.
Oh, no. It sounds so terrible. Oh.
Bro, he's not an everyday player. They're not going to play him every day. That's why they're not going to pull him up right now. They're not going to pull him up until they have a everyday spot for him. Whether it's a longer-term injury to one of these guys or they finally give up on Grisham, which isn't going to happen if you keep talking shit about him and he keeps hitting dingers.
I know, that is funny. Every time I'm like, oh, Grisham sucks, it's, and there's another home run.
He hit the home run live. Yeah, when we were doing the last show.
Yeah, he hit one yesterday, made a great play in left center field that nobody else on the Yankees roster makes that play. I like Belly. He's a good center fielder, but he doesn't get the jump on that ball to get over to that ball that he caught in left center field. So that's why it's not going to be JD. It's going to be more than likely going to be Volpe. You get Caballero back into more of a utility role. Maybe he'll play some third base especially when there's a lefty on the mound. Might see him in the outfield a little bit to spell a guy if they feel like they want to do that. But the roster flexibility is more important right now at this point in the season than it is to bring up Dominguez, especially given that they have the best record in the American League. If they were struggling a little bit, maybe you'd see something like that. But Grisham's been hitting the ball pretty well. They like Grichuk right now, so none of that's going to happen. And when Cole and Rodon are back, they're more than likely going to go to 6-man rotation for a little bit because neither one of those guys is going to be able to pitch all that deep into.
I was just about to say, yep.
So they're gonna have pitch counts. Cole, especially coming off Tommy John, missing all of last year. They're gonna be very careful with him. They got a lot of money invested in the dude, so they need him to be healthy and they need him to be at his best. If you want to win a World Series, you need Garrett Cole to be Garrett Cole. So there's no chance in hell. A 4-man rotation is absolutely. What are you talking about, bro? How do you go with a 4-man rotation? Who are your 4 guys?
He's going with the old school 1980s baseball.
Yeah,
bro. What 4
pitches.
guys? What 4 guys are you going with a 4-man? You're gonna go Cole, Fried,
Schlittler, and Rodon, and then you put Weathers and Warren in the bullpen.
Weathers is probably gonna end up in the pen anyway. Warren, I don't think has worked out of the bullpen a lot, so if he's not staying in the rotation, he's probably going down to AAA. Luis Gil's probably going to the pen or AAA. I mean, I was talking about it in the offseason. I think they should have traded him while his value is still high. I'm not big on Luis Gil. He doesn't throw enough strikes. He's basically a one-pitch pitcher. He's got, 96 to 98 when he's on, sometimes up to 100, but then he doesn't know where the hell it's going. He's effectively wild. So
Senga.
when he reminds me of AJ Burnett in the sense that when he's
Oh, yeah.
on
Yeah, he's
and he can
unhittable.
locate his fastball, he's unhittable. When he's not, he might walk 6 guys in 3 innings.
Yeah,
So
that's a really good comparison.
I
And
would
to
have.
piggyback what you said with Dominguez, it's similar to like what the Mets have been doing with Mauricio. It's annoying. They bring him up, they have him play one day, then he's not playing the next 3 days. Finally, he
Yeah.
gets a position because Lindor's hurt. But you don't want to be bouncing guys around like that. There's no stability. They don't
No,
really get a position, and you don't
Dominguez
want
is 23 years old. He needs to play every day.
right. Yes, same. Yeah, it's very
Grichuk
similar
is
to what the Mets are doing.
Grichuk has been in the league for 10 years. He can sit down. I think ultimately the most probable scenario, the most likely everyday scenario is you're going to see a lot of Goldschmidt at first and Ben Rice DHing. Ben Rice can't catch a cold, man. He's terrible over there. I love the kid's bat, but holy shit.
You think he's bad?
terrible
He has
defensively.
not been bad at first base.
He's been off to a better start, but
yeah, I was gonna say he's vastly improved from last year. So I'll take that.
It's hard to say vastly improved over what they haven't even played 30 games yet.
I mean, the sample size is enough.
There's 130 plus games left.
He's
bro.
actually,
but at least so much can happen still here.
I know, but now he's actually picking balls. So
he definitely has had a couple of balls that I know Goldschmidt would have picked that he didn't get to. And some of it is not necessarily on him. It's a tough play, but at first base, that's one of the premium defensive positions. It makes all your infielders better. So that's something that I think is the most likely scenario they're going to go with is having Goldschmidt play first base, Ben Rice DH. I don't know why they never gave Ben Rice an opportunity to play third base. That's something I would have liked to have seen. You've seen a lot of catchers transition from catching to third base. Josh Donaldson was a catcher when he was younger. Guys all the way back like Brandon Inge was a great catcher, became a Gold Glove third baseman. Again, Donaldson was a Gold Glove third baseman. He's clearly got a good enough arm. If he was behind the plate, he can make the throw across the diamond. So that's not an issue. It's a reactionary position. I would have definitely preferred to have seen them try him over there, especially given that they've had a hole at third base since A-Rod. But I don't know. I guess the Yankees probably have a better idea of what he's capable of than we do. They see him every day. But that would have made more sense to me. Then we don't have to see Ryan McMahon's stupid ass anymore.
Yeah, although he is starting to finally hit, so that's nice.
Listen, he's a everyday player in the big leagues. He's nothing special. He's a great defensive third baseman as far as his offense goes. You get what you get out of him. The problem with the Yankees is that the bottom of that lineup, once you get to 7, 8, 9, is fucking brutal.
Yeah.
I kind of like having Caballero in one of those 3 spots because at least he puts the ball in play. He's a tough out, doesn't strike out a ton. That's the biggest difference I see with Caballero versus Volpe. Not only that, but when he does get on base, he does something with it. Whereas Volpe seems like he's hesitant to run for some reason, which was one of his biggest strengths in the minors. So it makes no sense to me. But I think Volpe's broken. I think he's a head case. I think they're going to end up trading him to, somewhere Minnesota, and he's going to go over there and probably be an all-star. But I don't think he's got what it takes to play. I don't think he can play. I don't think he can be a starting shortstop in New York.
While we
anymore.
Yeah, some guys just need no pressure. They need to be in the middle of the country, not a lot of press, no media, and they do good.
And for a guy like
really
Volpe,
is a real thing.
They talk so much about him growing up in the area and that being an advantage because he's going to know what it's like. But I think that puts more pressure on him because he's not just worried about, what the fans think, but obviously his whole family is in the area. They're all going to be getting shit every time he makes a stupid play.
Your son fucking sucks.
So,
yep. And you have that stigma. One of the best shortstops to ever play the game played that right where you're playing. You're standing in his spot. And
but I mean,
no matter what, you have those expectations.
But it's been a long time since Jeter was there.
I agree. But there's that stigma, that stigmata there.
Yeah, but I mean, you're talking about the Yankees. You could make that comparison with almost every position on the field at this point. He's not a position
but he's
player
the
for
modern
the
era. He grew up watching him. It's not like Mantle, where Mantle was dead before.
I guess.
And
that's fair.
Yeah.
The Mets, I guess it would only be Piazza.
Kurt, while we got you,
David Wright.
Where do
Yeah,
you
yeah,
where do you
true,
think
good point.
Rosario is going to end up being on this team? I
I
personally,
think he's a
I
great bench
want
player.
him.
He's not an everyday player.
You don't think he's going to make it to every day?
That was the Mets' number one
No,
prospect.
he was the Mets' number one prospect a whole long time ago. But
Yep.
no, I don't think he's an everyday player. There's a reason that he is what he is at this point in his career. There's a reason the Yankees got him for $2.5 million in the offseason.
Okay.
I think he's a great piece, and if you use him properly, and so far they've done a good job. One of the things that I think Boone has done a really good job of this year that he doesn't normally do is he's playing the hot hand. I know you don't love what he's doing with Ben Rice, and I agree
I
with
was going to say, hold on a second.
I agree.
It's like
But
dude's the best
outside
player
of
in
that, and
baseball right now. Bench
I
him.
think he's kind of gotten away from putting Rice on the bench. The last couple of times they've played lefties, Rice has been in the lineup.
Yeah.
So I think he's realizing that he needs to be in the lineup every day. And I think part of the reason that they were benching Rice is because they re-signed Goldschmidt, gave him that money. He is a much better defensive player. And if you're not going to play that guy against righties, he has no spot. So Goldschmidt, I think, might be the guy that goes before any of these other guys. The only reason I don't think they've made a move there yet is because they invested whatever it was, $8.5 million on him. So he's still, I think they're hoping that he either establishes some value somewhere or something shakes up. But the Yankees roster, their 26-man roster is really like a 32 or 33-man roster. They have multiple guys, whether it's on the injured list or in the minors, that would be on big league clubs in almost every team in the league would have those guys on the roster. And these guys, Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, for example, both of those guys would be in the big leagues on pretty much every other team in the league.
So it's going to be like at the
So,
trade deadline, instead of actually having to trade anyone, you're going to have a monster trade deadline. Essentially, you're going to bring back all these guys, two ace pitchers,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's just they have a lot of depth to trade from also. So I'm curious to see what they do.
You could bring in a bomb.
Because I just don't know what hole they fill and who's going to be available in those places. Like you don't need an outfielder. A third base upgrade would be nice, but it's not necessary. A bullpen arm would be huge, but you have a closer. I like Bednar. I don't think they're going to look to replace him anytime soon. Another solid eighth inning type guy. I like Duvall a lot. I know he hasn't been great since he came to the Yankees, but I think he's going to be okay. I think once he gets some more time in, he settles in. He settled in at the end of last year, was great in the playoffs for us. Was a little shaky at certain points to start this year again, but he's filthy. He's got nasty stuff. So if he can learn to command and control, he's going to be okay. Fernando Cruz is fun. They have a lot more faith in him than I do personally. He seems like he needs to get in trouble before he can kind of lock in a little bit. That splitter is disgusting. If he can throw more strikes with his fastball, he'll be a lot more effective. Tim Hill is, I don't understand. Guy throws 88 miles an hour and nobody can hit him.
Yeah, no,
but they need one more
like
big time strikeout pitcher. The difference is Tim Hill throws 88 miles an hour and throws sinkers right in the middle of the zone, and people just pound it into the ground.
It's a small problem, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I would like to see them go out and get one more big time strikeout arm for the bullpen.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely need that.
But other than that, they really don't have a lot of holes.
No, very good.
The left side of the infield between third and short, if you could get, but again, I don't know who's even available to go and get. Are the Mets going to trade Lindor? Because that's about the biggest name that I could think of, and they're not going to trade Lindor, but there's not going to be any other big time third base, shortstop type players that are going to be available to them, I don't think. I mean, you never know. Something always shakes out. There's always one or two guys at the trade deadline that you didn't expect to go. And, if they really want to make a move and they don't believe in Jason Dominguez and they want to trade him, I've been saying this. I would
so angry.
I'd be pissed too. I like Dominguez a lot, but he can't catch a goddamn cold. So I wouldn't be mad if they brought in a guy like Stephen Kwan. I know there was talks about the Guardians trading him at the deadline last year. I know it would cost an absolute fortune and you might have to give up, Jason Dominguez and either Cruz or Legrand. But I think it's probably worth it because that's a guy you can put at the top of the lineup every day in left field and not have to think about it. You put him.
What about a guy like Trevor Story?
No. Fuck out of here, Trevor Story.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, I see
Trevor
they fired
Story-
their manager. They're in complete chaos mode. I can see them dumping anyone with value.
I don't think he's got a ton of value. I mean, he can still hit clearly, but I don't think he's a shortstop anymore either. He played second base last year for a lot of the year. He's playing short right now out of necessity, I think. But after watching him play the 3 games against the Yankees, he does not have the arm strength to play short anymore. And his range is not ideal either. He's on the wrong side of 30, has had a ton of injuries. That's not a guy I would be interested in. I mean, he's a better option than, Volpe, but
Yeah.
That's what I meant, like a rental, maybe 1-2 years max. But
no,
the other
that's
part
just
of
the only
that
guy I
is,
can think of right now that would be
I wouldn't waste the money. 'Cause
available.
again, we got Lombard Jr. probably coming up next year, and maybe one of these other guys can move to third. I mean, Jazz was playing third.
Jazz can't play third, though. Jazz is
I don't think Jazz is on the team next year, in my opinion.
I don't think so either. I think
see.
somebody's going to offer him way more money than he's worth,
Yeah.
and he's going to go. Just based on athletic ability. You were right about Jazz, what you said about him earlier. He's got a terrible eye. He's a complete head case.
Dude, the ABS challenges are wild.
they
You're
could
like,
get-
dude, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, the other guy that
That's not the
challenges it entirely too much is Caballero. It's like how does the guy hitting at the bottom of the lineup, who's got like a career OPS of like 638, have more challenges than everybody in baseball?
yeah, I know. It's like, please,
If I were Aaron Boone, I'd be like, if you challenge one more fucking pitch,
you're benched.
I swear to God, you're going
100 push-ups.
straight to AAA.
Oh shit, yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Single.
All right, let's Kurt. Before we let you go, what do you got to say to Met fans right now? Like, what do you got?
Honestly,
forget about that. Jets draft grade.
Oh
I
yes,
don't-
you know what?
I don't
Kurt,
pay
you're
attention
also
to this.
you're also a Jet fan. How you feeling?
I don't pay attention to football anymore, man. I really don't. They've been so bad for so long. They broke me. The only thing I can say about the draft is I don't really understand the use of a first round pick on a tight end when you just took Mason Taylor at the very start of the second round last year and he led the team in receiving.
Well,
Talent. That's right. Talent.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Sadiq there
I
is
get
gonna
that
be
he's
more of
talented,
their
but-
wide receiver too, if anything.
I understand that, but they have a bigger talent deficit on defense than they do on offense. So I don't really understand that, but hopefully the kid's lights out and Geno Smith only throws like 7 picks in his direction instead of like 12 like he would to any other receiver. But the Mets are a fucking mess, man.
Yeah,
The Mets are a mess. The roster construction is terrible. They have like 4 second basemen in the infield.
Yeah.
They
That was
got
my biggest concern going into the season. I said that day, Joe. I was like, they got a second baseman playing first. They got a shortstop playing third. It's like I don't know what the plan
I mean, they
is
got
here.
the thing with Bichette. I like Bichette a lot. They gave him way too much money. I love his bat. I would have, if you're gonna sign him, I think he should be playing second. Who do they even have playing second base every day?
I mean,
Oh yeah, I forgot they traded for him. Yeah, he hasn't been good for a couple of years. I mean, he's a solid defensive player at least, which is something
he made
that
a
the
big
Mets.
error the other day against the Rockies. They lost.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody makes errors. He's probably the best
course,
defensive player on that team aside from Lindor.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't saying anything about his bad defense. I was just saying that he's just a disaster all around right now.
We do have another. I'm sorry to cut you off, Kurt, but we do have another caller in here.
Go for it.
I want to give him his time. Kurt, thanks so much for joining in.
Kurt, have a great day. Thank you so much
for
the Yankees.
Later, boys.
Later.
All right. Let me just have to unmute him. Matt, are you there? Matt? Oh, Matt himself is muted. Matt, you're muted.
All right. A Met fan. Here we go.
We got a Met fan in the chat. He might not actually show though. We got Matt from Long Island. Matt, are you there? Matt.
Oh, what's up?
Oh,
What up?
what is
Oh
going
my
on,
God.
sir? He is here.
What's doing?
What's going on?
What's up, Matt? How are you?
What do you want to talk about? What do you
Listen.
want to talk about? What do you got?
The Mets are terrible. That just right off the bat, it's bad entertainment. It's $50 to park. I went to a game a couple weeks ago. There was two things to get excited about. One of them was my Oreo churros, and the other was a friggin' Carson Benj diving catch. That was it. 4 hours at the ballpark. Happy about two things. Stuck in traffic for 2 hours driving home. It's terrible.
Spent like $400 for some
Yeah.
churros.
Yeah, but soon you'll be able to go to the casino across the street.
The Mets keep this up. I'm going to be able to go to a game for $4. That's what's going to happen.
No, they'll never let that happen. How can they play?
Yeah, no. It's
How
still
are they
going to be
able to
it's still gonna be
pay?
140.
You can't have that payroll with $4. Yeah,
The food's good at Citi Field, at least.
Oh, the food's great.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the food? That's fine. I'll talk about the food all
We
day.
can talk about the food.
So,
the
Matt, do
sausage
you
and
have
peppers,
any
what's up?
hope? Is there any hope? Do you have anything?
My hope is that they make it quick and painless and go on another 10-game losing streak. And that way I can spend the rest of my summer focusing on other things that bring me joy. How's that?
But
No
you know
joy.
you won't. Even on a
Yeah, I
10-game
won't.
losing streak, you're still going to
No,
be
I've
tuned
been
in.
very good.
You know.
I've watched like one half of one Met game over the past 10 days, and my life is better for it. I got to tell you.
So you're
It's
saying
true.
you
It's
don't
gotta
want to
be.
go to a Subway Series? Is what you're saying?
Uh,
Matt, these next 12 games, what's the record? These next 12 games are crucial.
the next 12 games, listen, if they go 500 over the next 12 games, it'd be like, wow, look at that.
It's done.
They can
500
beat
for
up on the
dead.
basement. Great.
That's amazing. So all is doom and gloom over in Mets land. All is right with
It's
the
out
world,
here.
as it should be.
Optimism.
I'm not going to call it doom and gloom because at this point it's very close to indifference. It's like, all right, well, the Mets are on, or
We're
I
in the
can
cellar, the
watch
door's almost locked.
literally anything else, and really anything else is winning at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good. I mean, it's a good point. I mean, it's just bad. It's a bad product. It's not fun. It's like watching a Jet game. For you, I know you watch good baseball, AJ, but picture that.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. And again, it's not just once a week; it's every day. You got to deal
Yeah,
with that
it's
every
everyday
day.
torture.
When
When it pours, me
yeah.
and Matt get excited. We're like, yes. No
Oh
game
man,
today.
rain out! Rain out was the best
Yeah.
best news of my day yesterday. It was great.
Huge
but now you
win.
got a double header. Can't be
Okay,
what you wish for.
if they're going to do a doubleheader, single admission is the way to go. And actually, I was considering it for a brief moment, and then I saw it was like 40 degrees outside. I'm like, nah, pass on that one.
Well, that's one of the things I wish baseball would bring back in general is just single admission doubleheaders. I miss that growing up.
That was
And
great. Yep.
I think it would also help shorten the season, or you could start the season later. So, we don't got guys like Jazz being like, oh, it's cold out. You can start the season a little bit later. Everything's a little bit more condensed because you have the double headers. But, unfortunately, everything's always all about money. And that can
No, it's
happen.
it's money, man. If this wasn't the Rockies,
Matt,
it'd
what'd
be
you
a
think
split.
What'd you think about Juan Soto saying he hasn't had any communication with the team during the 12-game losing streak?
I mean, that's what you want out of your leader, right? That's what you want out of your billion-dollar man. Yes.
He said it so confidently too. They were like, "Have you talked to the guys?" He's like, "No, they were on the
No.
road. I don't care."
Why would I talk to them, man?
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. I'm not calling my coworkers on my day off, so-
that's a good point. All right, good point.
That's all I got for you guys.
That's
It's
all
a
you
bad
got?
product.
All right,
That's all I
hey,
got. It's a bad
hey,
product.
I'll take it. Thank you so much for calling in, man.
Yeah,
And
thanks,
hopefully-
Matt.
But all right, let's
Have a great day.
wrap this up. Matt, I'm sorry. Sorry for your loss. I'm sorry. But all right, that pretty much wraps it up for. I've been having some
That's
streaming
it.
issues on my side. I don't know if you've noticed. Kind of like lagging. I don't know what's going on. And this happened on Thursday too, so something's up.
AJ's gonna be in the lab for the next 18 hours.
Yeah, and I got a show tonight at 6, so I got to figure out what's going on because, you know me, I don't like jittery nonsense, but
Nope.
something's up with my computer right now. Got to fix it.
Uh-oh.
But all right, everybody. I don't have a thing. I don't have a thing lined up for a shitty ABS. Just go on Twitter and look up a Jazz Chisholm challenging anything, and just embarrassing, just flat out embarrassing. Let's go Yankees, 9-1. Met fans, I'm sorry for your loss. Have a great weekend, everybody. Subway parlay. We're gonna win some money.